when I was standing up with you, I could feel I could feel things flowing very easily and smoothly.
Yep.
If I witness something very joyous or beautiful, tears will come very easily, tears of joy.
Yep.
If something is challenging me, even if I try to stay with what's going on, I don't get near the tears stage.
So in other words, there's a feeling inside of you that I'm allowed to cry when I'm joyful, right? Allowed to cry when I'm joyful, so I'm allowed joy, but I am not allowed grief. So what you need to do is allow yourself to start looking at this. Why are you not allowed grief? You'll find that there's some very, very strong childhood impressions that were put upon you by your parents that told you that this was fine, this ain't fine, and you still have those beliefs. And allow yourself to address those beliefs. Yeah.
If I was asked about my childhood, I would say I had a good childhood, I was well looked after. But Ray was asking me what I could remember. I can hardly remember anything about my childhood. One or two things from when I was 4, maybe.
Your parents are what I would classify as caring parents in a strictly sort of the way the world would define them.
Yes, yes.
But actually there were heavy projections upon you that certain things were not allowed and certain things were allowed. Yes. And when they were not allowed, there was an emotional projection at you about that not being allowed. And that's what you're dealing with. And the reason why you're finding it so hard is because you can't identify a thing where you were actually treated badly that it's related to. But there was just this constant projection upon you, yes, that is so normal for you. And that's why it's difficult for you to address those particular issues.
Yeah, my father was a conservative. I witnessed very little real deep emotion.
Yes.
In my parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And emotion was avoided by your parents.
Yes.
They avoided emotion. And so you were taught to avoid certain emotions. Now you're allowed the emotion of joy because that's something you allow yourself to experience. Yes. But you're not allowed the emotion of grief. So look at what blockages there are. Because remember I said before, the biggest pain in this whole process is not feeling the actual emotion, it's feeling the, it's what Mary brought up, feeling the judgment and resistance. And this is what this is about. You know, it's about feeling that judgment and resistance.